Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me Sundar Sinwar, your host for the day, and I welcome you all to another show of my program Reimaging Education. As you know, in this conversation that we have, it's usually about how education has changed and how we have evolved the name of education during the time and even after the COVID situation, how teachers have adapted to it. Uh, First of all, I would be really thankful for all the teachers who are doing all the work out there, who are helping us, to all my teachers of Greenwich faculty, to all the teachers who are, adapting to this new, and they're developing this whole situation. Thank you so much. I have an amazing teacher with me, a person who's a great inspiration throughout, I would say, his country and, his borders and his students as well. I looked at his pictures and I was so amazed. I was so happy. And I was like, I have to interview this amazing teacher. I welcome to you all Mr. Muneer Alam. Mr. Muneer Alam is the ex-HOD Mathematics, Iqbal Memorial Institute, IMI. He has a 20 years of experience. He's director of GASH, the Light of Knowledge and Institute of Pure and Applied Mathematics. National Institute of Technology, he has taken his degree from there. Sir, how are you and how's everything?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Assalamu alaikum and hello everybody and Eid Mubarak to all of
So Khair Mubarak to you as well. So sir, first of all, it's a huge honor for me to interview a teacher like you who has done an amazing job in this pandemic. You have taken the pandemic to a different level, and you have actually developed a very big sight on it and a whole new aura that I was actually really inspired by. As they always say that the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, and the great teacher inspires. So you're one of those teachers that you've been an inspiration for all of us. So tell me about your profession, teaching. How did you enter this, and what was the idea behind it?
Actually, I'm not a good teacher. Even I don't consider myself as a teacher. I still consider myself as a humble learner. It's really overwhelming for me, and I'm overwhelmed. And you have literally made me speechless by all these tags: good teacher, excellent teacher. Anyways, I'm not worth of it. I'm trying my bit, and Alhamdulillah, it's all your love and respect all around the world. And I'm really speechless and I'm humble.
Yeah,
Actually,
so that's
teaching, yes, please
So
continue.
that is actually one of your humbleness as well, to not actually acknowledge that how amazing of a teacher you are. Sir, taking your education perspective forward, why did you choose education as a profession? What was the whole concept that I will be a teacher?
Actually, if we go some 2 decades back, I was muezzin of my masjid. I used to recite the azan, and one of the persons, Mr. Nazir Ahmad, was our neighbor. He was very impressed by me. I was possibly in class 10, and his son was my uh, schoolmate. He was in class 5, and he offered me, he literally requested me to teach his son because nobody, even senior teachers, even my teachers, were unable to teach him because he was sort of naughty. And I took it as a challenge that the guy, Gauhar Nazir, is so naughty that a teacher hardly uh, can teach him for 2 or 3 days. I took it as a challenge, and Alhamdulillah, I was successful. And that day and till date, Alhamdulillah, I have no words to express my gratitude to people, and thanks to Allah that He has bestowed me with all the success. The teaching is my passion, literally. When a person is passionate about his profession, he can go to any limit. He can do wonders. If you are working as a teacher, as a doctor, as an engineer, even as a shopkeeper, but you are not passionate, you are not having that positive energy, you are not having that thrill and excitement every day. After 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, 15 years, you'll be exhausted. all the thrill and excitement and all the uh, aims and goals you have set, that will be accomplished, and you are sort of extinguished like a candle. But if there, if you have that passion, it will carry you through decades and throughout your life. You will not sit, even sometimes if something unfavorable happens, it will give you sleepless nights, because the passion, the pain, and that agony of the people, of the humanity, that you want to do something for them, will not let you sleep uh, the nights. So it should be like your passion if you are in any profession. That's why I am in teaching.
That's so true. I totally believe that people should actually have a very clear point of view of what they want for their career path, and that's why the career counseling is taking a new tool in every country. That because we want people to understand that how much importance it holds, that your career should be something that you really want to work in, so that you can bring the new development in it. So taking the new development term forward, I first have to show the audience some great pictures of how you have taken teaching to the new level. I will show that you in the Eidgah, at Srinagar, you have actually made all the students sit over there, and you are, following proper SOPs, and then they're all studying with you. So if we can, show the pictures. This is picture number
This is,
one.
this is this is wonderful picture. It was taken by, there is a watermark, Umar Ganai, one of the local journalists. He came with the big camera, and I was sort of apprehensive why people are covering it. But it was really encouraging, and they really encouraged me. Even the locals in the Eidgah, there is a president of masjid, there is a president of football club. They came. They came uh, hand folded. I was like, we are Muslims, we cannot fold. You are also a Muslim, you cannot be like this. But they said, whatever you need, we are here. And if even if there is a rain someday, it is a local mosque. It is one of the biggest mosques of Srinagar. It is number two after Jamia Masjid. There is a veranda where 400 to 500 people can sit in the open veranda, not in the masjid. If someday a rain or shower will happen, you will come with your students to the masjid, and it's all open for this noble cause. Actually, this Eidgah Srinagar is a gift offered by one of the great saints, Hazrat Sheikh Mir Sayyid, Hazrat Hazrat Mir Sayyid Ali Hamadani, to the Kashmiri people. And it has been gifted to offer the Eid namaz. Some 3 lakh people can accommodate in the ground. And I
Wow.
thought, what better utilization of that gift can be? It is the education that will utilize the gift of our Aslaf in a proper way. And Alhamdulillah, I was successful in doing so.
Yeah, there's some more pictures as well, if I can, show them.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
please.
it This is an amazing sight, to be very honest with you, sir. I am missing my university the most, because university was a place where we would just sit all together, we would share our ideas, we will come with different perspectives, and I was in awe. And when I saw your pictures, I was like, this is amazing. How
See
can
the
somebody,
umbrellas, in the
yeah,
umbrellas.
exactly.
Yeah.
What was this? Explain me this. Ye kya hua tha?
See, the it was slight showers. I thought it will rain, and my boards. I have written all the boards. It will get washed off, and I used these two umbrellas. But fortunately, the rain stopped after 1 minute, 2 minutes only. My friends, many of my friends in this part of world, it is Wahrat, a local term used for the season from 21st July to 21st July to 30th August. It is some 21st June to 1st August, sorry, 40 days. And I was like amazed. In my entire life, I have never ever seen that in these 40 days you have no rains. Even people called me, my friends, they was they were like sarcastic. आपने इस साल हमें बारिश से भी महरूम कर दिया. आई सेड, यार इसमें मेरी क्या गलती है? ये तो मेरे इन बच्चों का इखलास, इन ये मुखलिस हैं, और अल्लाह ने निज़ाम बदल दिया कि ये 40 दिन बारिश भी नहीं हुई। तो ये एक अजीब चीज़ है, मैं इसमें बड़ा बहुत ज़्यादा आई एम रियली थैंकफुल टू ऑलमाइटी that it's like some spiritual hand in it.
Yes, indeed, sir. I would say it's a huge honor for all of us, I would say, to have a teacher amongst us who's so passionate because, sir, आप जैसे teachers होते हैं, हम जैसे new teachers के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा एक ray of hope बनता है कि, if sir can do it, why cannot I do it, because especially mathematics, a topic where you need practical explanation, you need the teacher. हाँ, because बहुत different होता है. हम लोग फिर भी I'm an English teacher. I can tell them you write, you read, you'll practice it. But in mathematics, you need the one-on-one teacher and student situation. It is very important. So this was a huge step. First of all, I salute you that you've done an amazing job for especially for the students of Kashmir. It means a lot, and I've seen so many of people highlighting you. I saw you on Voice of Urdu. I saw you, on different platforms. They were even Dawn actually, took your initiative and they highlighted that how much an amazing of teacher, mashallah, that you are. So, sir, tell me about this whole situation with the Kashmir students. Why was this passion so engraved in you?
See, if we ponder on it, it will take years. But I will curtail my discussion when there is a volcano somewhere and it is active. And
Mm.
one fine day, it erupts and it blasts and it takes everything, whatever whatever comes in its way. Exactly happened with us right from early 90s when I was just a kid. In late 90s, I was in regional engineering college. Kargil war happened, and then 2008, that Amarnath land row, 2010 that uprising, then 2014 a natural calamity flood, and then 2016 that Burhan Wani turmoil, and 2019 August 5 the abrogation of Article 370. All these issues, I am I am not a political person. I am apolitical and I am just a teacher who teaches using marker and board. I will discuss the impact of all these episodes on education. I have nothing to do with something else. First of all, I believe that students of 2008, 2010, 2014, then 19, they are they were in trauma. We are always suffering from curbs, strikes given by left, then curfews given by right, and the person like us, common people who are in the center, who are at the helm of affairs, they are sort of frustrated. At least keep this education apolitical, keep this education apolitical, and keep this away from all these disturbances. Let our children uh, go to schools and colleges. Their uniform, their school identity cards must act as a curfew pass. All these things could have happened, but unfortunately, it never happened. And right from 2019, August 5 till date, not even 15 working days in our schools, colleges, and universities have been provided. Our students are in depression, they are in mental trauma, it's falling on their health, and they can do anything bad. And after that, I, as a teacher, or as a parent, I will tag them. They are something bad. I can use any tag because कहने में क्या जाता है, लेकिन जिन पे गुजरी है वो जानते हैं, जो तन जले सौ तन जाने. So I was like feeling the helplessness and hopelessness in the eyes of my students, and these things compelled me, literally dragged me, and it is the motivation and the driving force that I came to the open ground, and with the innovative idea that we can teach in the open, following all the SOPs and protocols, with masks mandatory, with social distancing as per WHO and the local government, 2 meters. I am having 4 to 5 meters space between the students. They say be cautious. I assure that everyone is over cautious. Even they bring their own sitting chairs and mats so that things don't get mixed and mingle, and there is an apprehension and chance of infection, because if there is a contact of chair X with the person Y, it can make a chain and it can infect many. So all these things were well planned. And after that, it took me some 1 month to educate students, one complete month of June, May. They were coming to my home, few students. I called them in batches, 5 students, 4 students, and I educated them about COVID-19. And when I felt that they are fully trained, and then I asked them to come in one of the famous grounds of Jammu and Kashmir, Kashmir Srinagar Eidgah, and I am very thankful to them. They cooperated, and they are following everything in letter and spirit.
That's so amazing to see, especially because nowadays, when we are looking at students, there is a very difference in how they pursue studies. Because sir, आपसे बात करने के बाद, especially I would say, I was so moved. I was so moved in a way that the privileges that as a person, as a student, I never saw. You made me realize that okay, so this is a privilege that you're getting because usually हमें तो लगता था it's very normal right कि free education या आराम से स्कूल जाना या स्कूल किसी के हाथ से रुकना नहीं या किसी किसी भी उसमें आकर दायरे में आकर स्कूल का बंद हो जाना is not something that's not going to happen to us. But when I was talking to you and you showed me that how you suffered as a student and you didn't wanted this suffering for your students, it made me realize that how much impact a teacher has, and especially you as a person who's teaching in Kashmir and which is a very it has disputes all around. Different disputes are coming in, and you have to make sure the students are out of it. They're focusing on education. They're moving forward because that's how it happens. We need to move our students forward. So tell about that. What is this the amazing nature of yours that you leave it all and you move forward with it?
Actually, there is a law in thermodynamics in physics. It is impossible to construct a perpetual machine of first kind that can perform the work of its own. It's impossible. Nobody can work out of his own. There should be a driving force behind. And that driving force is the entire humanity. We have to rise above nationalism. We have to rise above nationalities. We are human beings. We are God's chosen creatures. We must have that pain, that feel of our human, of our fellow humans. And it is only through education, it is only through this ilm you can propagate this message to the entire world that we were all born free like these birds, these rivers, this gusting winds, panchi, hawa, pawan ke झोंके, कोई सरहद इन्हें ना रोके, सरहदें तो बनी है इंसानों के लिए, सोचो क्या पाया हमने और तुमने इंसान होके. तो ये सारी चीजें जो हैं,
Haseen. बहुत
all these
beautiful.
things,
बहुत beautiful.
all these things, uh, education and see, we are saying in COVID-19 economy suffered, people are suffering, everything is suffering, tourism is suffering, but we are not emphasizing as a country, as a nation, education is suffering. And what is the remedy? What is the alternative? How can we educate people when it is very difficult to ask them to come out? There is one source, that is internet, that can connect the people around the world. But the sorry state of and sad state of affair in this part of world, we are suffering from one more curfew, that is e-curfew. And we don't have proper internet facility. They say 2J, 2G. And being a mathematics teacher, I have an equation for it. It's not 2G for education, it is 0G. Because 2G is for WhatsApp, social networking, and all the stuff. But as a teacher, when you are writing on the board, when you are giving a lecture, when you are explaining something, This 2G will confuse the people because your hand will shake when you will write. It will be buffering. They cannot wait for social networks. It's not mandatory to have 4G, but for education, for Zoom classroom, for Google Classroom, and for other things, you must have high speed internet on either sides, from teachers as well as student side. But unfortunately, in this part of world, there is a ban on 4G, and in the garb of law and order and security and other things. I want to ask a humble question. I i will i will repeat one thing. I am a political person. I have nothing to do with any politics, but as a humble teacher, my humble submission to the highest court, apex court of India, they said that if we uh, if we restore 4G, it will cause some law and order problems and other things. But they, they never emphasized on the fact that education is suffering. Is education at the last preference? Is education not important? The judge in the Supreme Court is judge because he has been educated by some teacher and he has been educated by some institution.
So
We should
true. So
we should always, every time, keep this in mind that the main factory of all the intellects around the world is a classroom. So if the classroom is suffering, everything must come second. We should always find some alternatives to keep education at number one. Your security budgets, your war budgets should be at last preference. The preference one must be given to the education. That's my message to the entire world. And if we are able to do this, we will not have wars. We'll love everyone. We will not hate anyone. Even if a person is abusing us, even if a person is sort of angry with us, we will try to explain him that, see, uh, uh, ultimately all of us have to die, and before that we must do something good for the entire humanity. These two hands, when a person dies, these two hands decay in the soil, and uh, uh, we put soil three times and say minha khalaqnakum wa fiha nu'idukum wa minha nukhrijukum taratan ukhra. That means हमने आपको मिट्टी से बनाया, आप मिट्टी में गए और आपको मिट्टी से निकाला जाएगा. जब ये चीज हमें याद होगी तो हम हमेशा अमन की बात करेंगे, हम जंग की बात नहीं करेंगे. हम नूर की, रोशनी की, ज्योति की, काश की बात करेंगे. अंधेरे की और जुल्मात की और डार्कनेस की बात नहीं करेंगे. ये मैसेज है जो एक एजुकेशन देने वाला देना चाहता है. पहली आयत हमारे कुरान पाक की यही है, इकरा, पढ़ो. तो
सही
इससे
बात है.
बड़ा, इससे बड़ी यूनिवर्सल मैसेज क्या हो.
बिल्कुल सर. आई तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल माशाल्लाह आप इतना अच्छा बोलते हैं कि लाइक फॉर अ टीचर स्पेशली हम सुनते रहे और हम आई विश किसी दिन मैं भी इस मुकाम पर आऊं, क्योंकि आई एम सो हम्बल्ड कि आप इतने अच्छे टीचर हैं, इतना इतना आपने बच्चों को सपोर्ट करा, बच्चों के लिए खड़े हुए हैं, स्पेशली कश्मीर में. आई गिव ऑल माई सपोर्ट, ऑल द ग्रेनिश फैमिली सपोर्ट, everybody support to Kashmir, that if you guys have any problems and if you guys want my help, especially as an educationist, I'm always available. I'm just a call away. You let me know आपको जो चाहिए हो,
God bless.
because that's what we can do. We educationists, we can
Alhamdulillah, we have
organize.
everything. In Kashmir, we have everything. One thing we are lacking, that is our neighbors. These neighbors must become friends, and we are happy in that. That's the
That's
message.
so good.
Rest, we
That's a so
have
good message.
all those things which are not even with anyone in the world. Just we want to be in peace. We want to spread the education in the entire world. That is the message. And I'm really humbled by your offer, and it's really jazakumullahu khaira for this.
Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate. Sir, talking about Kashmir, it's a beautiful place. ठीक है ना, हसीन तरीन जगह है. थोड़ा हमें बताएं अपने कंट्री
I
के
think
बारे में
word
कि
beautiful is a misnomer for Kashmir. I'm a
बिल्कुल सर.
passionate tracker, and I always spend a lot of time in mountains. I think it's impossible to explain what a person sees in the mountains. And I think ये मतलब दुनिया में एक जन्नत जो हम कहते हैं, अगर फिरदौस बर रोए जमी अस hami asto, hami asto, hami ast. If the paradise and heaven is somewhere in the planet on the planet Earth, it's here, it's here, it's here, but lacking one thing, that is peace. If there is peace everywhere, then it is more than Jannah in dunya for us.
That is so true, sir. And Kashmir is a city of Pakistan, and we all, we're all together, and we're all one country, definitely. And I would so be, amazed that inshallah that one day me and my students go to Kashmir and we all, see this amazing place. That how amazing the sites are over there. Some of my friends are even, from Greenwich University as well. They live in Kashmir and they went to Kashmir, and right now because of the pandemic, they were, stuck over there. So you're so right about the 2G problem that students are facing, because she even faced the problem and she told me that Sundus, I have to travel a lot just so that I can take my classes. And even in my university, once she wrote this, whole email to the Greenwich faculty, they took the action there and then. They were like, you don't have to worry about it. We will schedule your exams the way you want it. Even if you're very, out of reach, we'll try to make that, possible for you. So I do, salute my university as well, because it's always been helping the students, and that's what students want, sir. We just want to help, and then we'll go forward. And especially from teachers like you and institutes like Greenwich, that's how a person develops their confidence, and they go forward in this professional world. So talking about the professional world, how are you and your students now? Because mashallah, you must have seen a quite number of batches of students going and passing
I've
out.
got some 20 to 25,000 students in last 20 years, and
Mashallah.
all around the world, students. Some students are in Oxford, in UK, some are in US, some are in Germany, and some are in entire India. Some are good bureaucrats, doctors, engineers, neurologists, and some are some aeronautical engineers. Everywhere in every field, engineers and doctors are there. But my emphasis is to motivate my students to be a good human being first. I try myself to be a good human being. So I'm not, but I'm trying, and I'm spreading this message that it is humanity that will bring peace to the entire world. And this message is a very strong one, because at some 3:50, 3:45, I I keep alarm at 4 or 4:15 in the morning, but automatically, I don't know how it happened. At 3:30, 3:45, 3:50, I got up and I start preparations to move from my place to Eidgah, some 5 kilometers away from my place, taking all the boards, white boards, three white, big white boards, and chairs and markers every day in the morning. And from last 50 days, I have been doing this. And it's for the first time we are taking holidays, that too for Eid. And there is no holiday. Even there was a strike call someday. There was something, some disturbance, some
There's
encounters. Well, these things didn't stop us, because we start very early. We reach there by 5 o'clock. It's dark. People are reciting kalimats in the masajid, and we wait for the sunlight. And uh, at 5:15, 5:30, we start the classes. And I'm very thankful to Allah how these things are moving with consistency. See, if you are doing an adventure, you will do it for 2 days, 5 days, 10 days, 15 days, not for 50 days. And I'm really excited for tomorrow's class. It's a class after 2, 3 days. And my students, they called me, they texted me, sir, at what time we have to reach? And they come with their chairs and their sitting mats, and with all that fever and enthusiasm and energy. And that gives me bunches of energy and everything I am sort of mm, uh, bubbled with youth and energy every day. So that's amazing thing which keeps me going. That is a real
That's
professionalism.
so true.
You were talking about professionalism. That is a real professionalism. You should not get exhausted. वो उकताहट जिस दिन आ गई तो समझ लो आपके अंदर का प्रोफेशनल वो या तो बुढ़ा हो गया या तो मर
That's so true. That's so true. Especially, मैंने देखा है लोग टीचिंग को ना एक ऐसा शोबा समझते हैं जिसमें सब आ सकते हैं और आपको कुछ इतना करना नहीं पड़ता. सब कहते हैं अगर easy way out हो तो you become a teacher. The ones who cannot do they become a teacher. That's what people say. That's what usually a notion is about the teacher. And I as an
अल्लामा इकबाल
educationist I hate it. आप बोले सर.
इल्म में इल्म में इज्जत भी है दौलत भी है शोहरत भी है एक मुश्किल है मगर हाथ आता नहीं अपना सुराग अपने आप को
जबरदस्त
लिटरली खो
जबरदस्त.
देता है मेरी सोशल लाइफ खत्म मेरी फैमिली की लाइफ खत्म इवन मेरी सिस्टर की शादी जिस महीने थी मैंने उनको हाथ जोड़ के बोला भैया अभी मेरे 10+2 का सिलेबस कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ मेरे को और एक महीना दे दो डेट चेंज करने पड़े क्योंकि बड़ी एक इवेंट यहाँ पे शादी की होती है मेरे खुद के डैड की जिस दिन डेथ हुई बहुत यंग एज में अब से 15 साल हो गए मैं अर्ली 20s में था छोटा लड़का था मैं मेरे को अभी भी याद है कि तीसरे दिन के बाद चौथे दिन मैंने क्लास लेना शुरू की इट वाज 2006 Feb 11 when my dad passed and on 14th or 15th Feb I took the classes and for the entire year 2006 I was hardly erasing the board with the duster I was erasing it with my tears missing my dad was very young when he expired so all these things इतना आसान नहीं है जब आप टीचर है ना तो फिर मैंने अभी अर्ज किया एक मुश्किल है मगर हाथ आता नहीं अपना सुराग इंसान बिल्कुल हो जाता है अपनी लाइफ में फिर उसमें उसको इसी में मजा आता है कभी मैं बीमार होता हूँ बहुत ज्यादा फीवर 10 साल पहले की बात कर रहा हूँ क्लास में एक बार मैं गिर गया तो स्टूडेंट्स वेर लाइक सर 104 फीवर है आज तो रेस्ट करें मैंने कहा मैं यहीं पे ठीक हो जाऊंगा मैं अगर घर गया बिस्तर में बैठा तो 10 दिन मैंने बीमार रहना है और ऐसा हुआ है मैं आपको बहुत सारी इंस्टेंसेस बोल सकता हूँ लेकिन वक्त इजाजत नहीं देता इसलिए मैं थोड़ा कटेल कर
जबरदस्त सर डेफिनेटली बिकॉज देखिए आपका जो पैशन है सर उसने आप सबसे बड़ी है नेक नियति जो एक इंसान की नेक नियति होती है ना अपने प्रोफेशन के साथ वो आपको बहुत फॉरवर्ड लेके चलती है मैंने हमेशा देखा है जो लोग अपनी नियत साफ रखते हैं ना अमाल का दारोमदार नियत पर क्यों बोलते हैं क्योंकि वो दिखता है वो आगे लोगों को दिखता है वो आप
अन
में दिखता है.
उमर इब्न अल खत्ताब क़ाल रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम इन्नमल अमालु बिन्नियात पहली हदीस बुखारी और इस हदीस पे ही मैं कोशिश करता हूँ नियत में कभी खोट आ जाती है तो इस्तिग़फ़ार कर लेता हूँ इंसान है खुलिकल इंसान ज़ईफ़ा कमजोर इंसान है कभी कभी लगता है बड़ा पब्लिसिटी हो रही है फेम मिल रही है लोगों ने बड़ा वाहवाह कर ली तो उस वक्त इस्तिग़फ़ार करना पड़ता है क्योंकि बहुत मुश्किल है चीजों को ऑर्गेनाइज करना खुदा वंदा खुदाई दर्द सर है खुदाई एहतिमाम खुशकोतर है खुदा वंदा खुदाई दर्द सर है व लेकिन बंदगी अस्तगफिरुल्लाह ये दर्द सर नहीं दर्द जिगर ये दर्द जिगर है बंदगी का इस बंदगी में टीचर भी आता है अब बंदगी कर रहे हैं ना स्टूडेंट्स आप उनके सॉर्ट ऑफ मैं कहूंगा आई विल यूज द वर्ड आप उनको जो सर्विस दे रहे हैं ना तो आप उनके एक सर्वेंट बन रहे हैं एजुकेशन वाइज तो ये दर्द सर नहीं अल्लामा कहते हैं ये दर्द जिगर
That's so true. That's so true. जिस दिन सारे टीचर्स इंशाल्लाह अगर ये बात समझने लगे that how much important education is और you're so right during the pandemic सबने सब नुकसान देखे इकोनॉमिकल देखे फाइनेंशियल देखे सबसे बड़ा नुकसान भूल गए जो स्टूडेंट्स का हो रहा है जो एजुकेशन का लॉस हो रहा है क्यों हम एजुकेशनिस्ट बोल रहे हैं कि हम एसओपीज के साथ स्कूल खोल सकते हैं बिकॉज ये टीचर्स हैं, ये हम लोग हैं जो जानते हैं कि अगर हम एक हफ्ते बच्चे को क्लास से निकाल दें और एक हफ्ते बाद उस बच्चे को क्लास में डालें, जो डिफरेंस हम देखते हैं और जिस तरह का हम लोग एक चेंज देखते हैं बच्चे की अपब्रिंगिंग में, वो बहुत the experience with you and this conversation with you, went by and I can literally talk to you for an hour और मुझे पता भी नहीं चलेगा कहाँ वो टाइम गया. सर आप बताएं कैसा रहा आपका एक्सपीरियंस हमारे साथ बात करके and how was all of this?
मैं literally अल्फाज I am falling short of words to express my gratitude. It was really amazing, and you were more than amazing, and it was all brilliant. And I hope to look. I'm looking forward for many more sessions because in 30 minutes it's difficult to express. You cannot speak out your heart. और मैं बातें बहुत करता हूँ, आपको ज़्यादा मौका नहीं मैंने दिया, मैं ही बोलता रहा, तो उसके लिए आई एम अपोलोजाइजिंग बिकॉज आई फील कि मैंने कुछ ज़्यादा बातें की और आपको मौका नहीं मिला. बट
नहीं नहीं
फॉर
नहीं सर,
लाइक
आई वुड से थैंक यू सो मच कि आपने बोला एनी योर थ्रू दिस प्लेटफॉर्म फ्रॉम ग्रेनिच यूनिवर्सिटी, it is giving you the opportunity as well, any message that you want to give out to the world and to Greenwich, even the Greenwich platform as well, what is your message to the world? We'll wrap off with that.
see the world is a global village now. It's like you can click, the entire world is in your hands. So don't keep the education confined to Kashmir, to London, to Karachi, to UK. Make it a global village education wise. Have one degree from Greenwich University, have one from Oxford, have one from National Institute of Technology, Srinagar, have one from IIT Delhi, have one from some college in Pakistan. Keep education apolitical. ये मेरी मैसेज. और इसमें
बिल्कुल सर.
Greenwich University, I would love to have some correspondence course that will add to my credentials, and I always try to learn. I will literally talk to you on my this WhatsApp, and I will try to have some information about some programs which I can attend through your university, so that people will get a message. Our teacher is teaching from 20 years and he is still learning, because I feel I am a student. I'm not a teacher. That will make you a teacher when you feel you are a student. The day
So true.
when you feel that you are a teacher, you are teaching, you will not teach anyone.
That's so true. That's a beautiful way to end it up. And Greenwich University's doors are open for all the teachers. We are offering, professional courses as well, B.Ed courses as well. We are actually offering MPhils and
I'm
PhDs
applying.
as well. So
I'm
sir,
applying.
we always try to help out the educationist. That's the core substance that allows an education institute. Because I was having a word with our student provost as well, Sir Naveed, and he was very open about it. He's like, the more we are going to make education open for people, it's going to reflect on us as an education institute, that the responsibility we are giving. Because he even gave me some numbers, some 3 crores or something, we are all benefiting in the education field every year. We give the scholarships for that. So it's a huge initiative from Greenwich University. We all thank you so much for coming and giving us this amazing opportunity. I am so inspired by you. I seriously hats off to you, that you, as a teacher, you've done an amazing job, and I hope and inshallah any way possible, as a teacher, as an educationist, I can help you. As a student, if I can help you, I'll be so obliged to that. Thank you so much for your time, Sir Muneer. This was Sir Muneer Alam with us, and he gave us an amazing insight on how one teacher can actually change the entire situation. My idea to bring the education and programs forward is to help everybody out there realize that a teacher's job is way much more than just a board and a pen or a chalk. It's how we reshape and how we re-image a person. We completely change and draft a different human being as a personality. He was so passionate about his work. He was so passionate about Kashmir and its issues, that how students are suffering. I really give all my love to the students of Kashmir, all our love from Greenwich University, from all of us. If you have any problems, any suggestions, please come forward, talk to us. We'll try helping you out. This is me, Sindhu Sanwar, your host for the day, signing off. Thank you so much. Pakistan Zindabad.